Okay, hello and welcome to the 909 podcast. It is our monthly chat. Myself and Andrea are going to talk about the best music of the month of March is what's coming up on this pod. How are you, Andrea? How are you doing? How are you doing?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Off air there, you were just telling us about your building a PC experience. And how
Yeah,
excited it is. And that
it was great. I
it's so
loved
funny.
it. I'm
Yeah.
so sad I hadn't shown it to you before, but it's look, I don't know the names of what exactly is in there, but it has some RAM. It has a hard drive. It's got fans. It's got a CPU. You know, it's got all
All the bits you need.
the bits you need. Yeah, it's
Independently
dope.
researched and sourced by yourself.
Yeah, PCpartspicker.com. Big shout out to those
Ooh.
guys. Highly recommend it. Anyone can do it. It's like Lego.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's great.
Yeah. I was saying to you, I used to, in college, we learned how to take apart a PC and put it back together. A good skill to have, although
I think so.
I'm fully Mac now, so haven't done that for a while.
Yeah, they don't let you do that.
But as I was telling you, I just reinstalled this iMac to a hard drive again for the second time. And now it's not taking 45 minutes to start up, which is nice.
What's the term for what they do? It's like forced obsolescence, where they just make, or like scheduled obsolescence,
built-in
or something.
obsolescence,
something like that. Yeah, where they just make sure that with every update that you're forced to do, your product gets slightly worse.
Yeah, it degrades over time. I think this one stops at a certain point in the update system, so I can no longer update to the latest version. Anyway, that's boring talk. We are here to talk about music. We are here to nerd out about music and not just fans. We are fans of music, and so we have a selection of songs as we do every month. This podcast is entirely available for the Patreon listeners only every month. So what you're hearing here, if you happen to be hearing this on the public feed, is a preview of that podcast. And so patreon.com/909 to sign up to hear it in full and support us. I just shared the first two DNA playlists, which are basically,
I saw that.
Yeah, I previously shared the best songs of all time, like my favorite songs of all time. But I found trying to follow that up quite hard, because you're like, where do you go from there? So rather than designate a second volume of the best songs of all time, I said, okay, these are songs that are spiritually important to me, is how I put them. So like songs that I've loved over the years, songs that I will return to, songs that are part of my life, my musical DNA, my life itself. So that's what the second one is, 200 songs on that. And I started the third one already. There's loads of stuff in it. And so yeah. Okay, we're back. Yes, so as I was saying a few minutes ago, I reinstalled my iMac, and as a result, not everything was set up correctly. So as I was talking there, all Andrea could hear eventually was just a load of white noise that was coming.
But in like a pleasant way, like it was quite calming.
And now my phone is telling me, the AI on my phone is giving me
Mercury.
an answer to something.
Niall, I'm telling you. So we were recording this on the 3rd of April. Mercury's in retrograde until the 7th. So just look after each other out there. Don't turn on your computer until the 8th. Avoid.
Just ring work and say you can't turn on
I simply cannot do work today or attend any meetings.
I'm not able to do this. Because Mercury is
because of planetary issues. Anyway,
I can't remember what I was saying. What was I saying?
I don't remember. I think we may have been encouraging people to go and join the Patreon so that they can listen to your excellent DNA playlists that you've
I was saying
put
that.
out.
I presume I was saying something else. Anyway, too late now.
We'll never know.
Yeah, you will never know. All right then. So let's pick some music. Let's talk about some music that we like this month.
Okay.
You're gonna start.
I'm gonna start
because I'm gonna end.
Okay. So I'm gonna start with an Irish artist who is a folk artist and is signed with Claddagh Records. Her name is Niamh Burry, and this song is called Geordie.
Set off for me a pony, and I'll ride down into London town to beg for the life of me Geordie. For he never stole ox, he never stole arse, he never murdered any, stole 16 of the king's wild deer, all for to feed his family. And when she came into the king's hall, there were lords and ladies plenty. Well, down on her knees she did fall, to beg for the life of her Geordie, saying 6 pretty babes had I by him, nor the one lies in my body, and I would part with each one of them if you give to me my Geordie. For he never stole ox, he never stole ass, he never murdered any. He stole 16 of the king's wild deer, all for to feed his family.
So if you are in London, you can see Niamh tonight. Or if you were in Belfast, she's playing at the Cathedral Quarter Festival on the 8th, and she's playing in Colonies of Leap on the 25th of May. No, all of those are next month. So if you're in London next month, so 3rd of May, 8th of May, 25th of May, London, Belfast and Cork.
Mercury is retrograde, guys.
That's it. Niamh says, this is a traditional song from the 1600s that I first heard sung by the great Martin Carthy. It's very dear to me and probably the song in my set that people have asked most about down the years. It's about courage, resilience, survival, and the lengths we will go to for our loved ones. And she also released her debut album, Yellow Roses, which is very, very lovely, last year. And yeah, I've just been enjoying this song this month.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Came out a few months ago, I think.
Yeah.
Didn't it? Yeah.
So I think it made its way to me. I think early March or so, via Instagram. So thank you, Instagram.
Okay.
Thank you, my algorithm.
We'll stay with an Irish band, Irish act. This time, a band returning for the first time in a number of years. They are called Adebisi Shank, and they used to be around 10 years ago or so. A math rock trio, and they were one of my favorite bands.
Do you ever think because we're Irish we should say maths rock?
Maths rock, yeah.
Because we don't say math here.
Math.
It feels weird
rock,
when I say
right.
it. I think we should be saying maths rock.
I'm going to change that right now.
Yeah.
I'm going to go to the Wikipedia page and say math rock.
a maths rock trio. I think so.
Yeah. Nice. That's much better. I much prefer that now. Okay. Well, they came back with a song called Start a Band, and you'll never guess what it sounds like. Yes, Adebisi Shank, the band that make every other band sound like they are operating at 1000% less speed. Certainly, yeah, Adebisi, that is kind of indicative of what they used to do, the kind of music they used to do, very fast, frenetic, maths rock, instrumental music, mostly very frantic, fuzzy bass. Big thumping drums and Larkay's robotic guitar histrionics, which always have these kind of fizzy bits that he's like, it's like a video game almost, that it's fighting some evil emperor in the song, and that is called Start a Band. And just really nice to hear the band come back. They've been talk for a while that they were going to be back. They will have a new EP this summer called, this is the second EP of a band called Adebisi. Shank has self-descriptive as all of their releases have been so far, so you can guess where that comes in their discography. They have 2 August shows in Ireland, in Dublin, added on the Button Factory, August 22nd, 23rd, I think. So have tickets for that on the 22nd. Cannot wait. Looking forward to it. It is a real trip back to when I started doing what I'm doing, really, with music and getting into Irish music in particular. And Adebisi Shank were Mick, Lar and Vinny were a big part of that. And music like the Vinny Club and the Richter Collective and all that kind of stuff. It all encapsulates all my first really forays into Irish music and the music that was happening in a DIY sense locally. So really nice to have them back. Really, really nice to have them back. And I love that song, actually. I'm really like, when a band's come back every now and again, you're like, uh-oh, is this the right thing to do? Like this week, the band Woo Life came back after 13 years away, and you're like, is this the right thing to do? Are they, I don't know. I mean, like, bands are within their right to come back and do stuff again and make music. And Woo Life had a new song out today, and you're like, it's obviously not exactly the same as they were back in the day, but I don't know if you listened to Woo Life back in 2011 when they came out. But
I don't know them at all.
what's the term? Is it Jarl? The way that the Eddie Vedder Yoki thing that the way that he sings.
Oh, okay. Then I immediately know that I'm not going to be. I was actually recently complaining on Juvenalia about how I can't listen to that style of singing.
So the band had a very uplifting sound. This is Woo Life I'm talking about. So it had a very uplifting sound. It was like loads of organ, like really bright indie guitar tones. But then it was anchored by this gruff singer who every word you're like, is he singing or is he shouting or is he trying to do an impression of a goat? It's hard to know. So I used to love it, and I still do, and I have the record here actually. But I went back earlier this week, and I was listening to the album again. I was like, well, it's kind of funny how you cannot make out the words at all, at all. Like you literally like they had the album was up on Spotify and streaming services up until last week. So I presume there's some sort of reissue happening, but they are actually going to release it. It's actually on Bandcamp already. So I don't know what the deal is in terms of why they wouldn't have it up on streaming, but anyway, that's their prerogative, I guess. That's cool. But Woo Life anyway back as well, so that's an interesting one. And the new song is definitely much more intelligible in terms of lyrics than their previous stuff.
Okay.
But Adebisi Shank, definitely that vibe is exactly what they used to go for, and when it's really nice to hear them back. And like, I think sometimes when it isn't broke, you don't need to fix it. So.
And I guess it's maybe a little bit easier if you don't have a vocalist.
Yeah, probably.
Because you can't hear like the shifts in like the lyrics. Like you're taking out like lyrics and vocal range and tone, which are things that could, change over time.
Age with time, yes.
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah. Whereas you're probably only going to get better at shredding, if you're keeping up the practice.
True. This is true.
If you're keeping up your maths homework.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay, so from DIY bands to one of the biggest pop stars in the world right now, Chappell Roan has a new song out. It's called The Giver. We first heard it during her SNL performance last year, and it's a country ditty, and it's good. And it sounds like this.
Other boys may need a map, but I can close my eyes and have you wrapped around my fingers like that. So baby, when you need the job It's just in my nature, so take it like a taker. So baby, I'm a giver, ain't no need to hurry. So baby, I deliver, ain't no country boy quitter. I get the job done, I get the job done.
Nice to hear C-Matt back again.
Yeah, this is her. Every bottle is my boyfriend, I think. I'll always compare these two women, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, nice to see Chappell releasing new music. This is the first official release since Good Luck Babe, I believe.
Yeah.
So it's incredible how ubiquitous she's been. But I suppose that, Hot to Go and Pink Pony Club kind of re-entering the charts and people revisiting the Midwest Princess album has kind of kept her, at least in the public imagination, along with her various, I suppose, quote unquote, controversies that I'm just truly not interested in. But she says about this, I can't call myself the Midwest Princess and not acknowledge country music. That's what's around me in grocery stores. That's what's playing on the bus. So yeah, I don't think this is her dipping her toe into anything that's unfamiliar. I think you can hear it on the song. It sounds like this should have always been a country song, And yeah, I like it. It's fun. It's not, I don't think it's designed to be taken too seriously, but it's, it's good fun.
Yeah, it's good. It's exactly what you'd kind of hope for a follow-up. A really nice, easy song. Also nice to have the bit of a country thing as well. I think, like we said, C-Matt was there first doing that, but
C-Matt's our original country girl.
C-Matt is back as well, obviously, of course, with running, planning, and a big 3 Arena show. Come on. There's serious moves being made by Irish acts at the moment playing the 3 Arena. Obviously, most recently we had the Fontaines, but then there's C-Matt, and there is 2 of those Irish folky trad stomp bands, Amble and Kingfisher, both announced for the 3 Arena this week. Crazy stuff. Not music I'd be interested in, but really is impressive that we are now getting to the point where Kneecap are playing 2 shows in the 3 Arena. Irish bands didn't play at the 3 Arena at all.
No.
Like for years and years and years. You could count on one hand how many Irish bands, maybe even less. You count
have I ever
2
seen
fingers.
an Irish act in the 3 Arena? I don't think I have.
Yeah, it's really just ramped up recently, to an extreme level. You're like, wow. It's really impressive. It's great that it's happening. It's great that loads of Irish bands are getting to that point. It means that they are connecting with audiences even beyond where with Kingfisher and Amble, it's a case of they are connecting beyond, they are connecting with radio, but a lot of those bands are connecting without radio play and stuff like mainstream support. So that's really interesting.
I have seen an Irish band in the 3 Arena. I just remembered.
Yeah, who's that?
I saw a picture this with Dave Hanratty on his 5-night voyage on his Odyssey.
Yes.
The only Irish artist, I believe, that I've ever seen in the 3 Arena is picture this.
Yeah.
That's grim.
Okay.
I'm very much looking forward to correcting that later in the year with C-Matt.
My Blood Valentine as well. You can count down if you want.
Yeah.
So yeah, lots to happen. Lots happening there. Okay, my next choice is an album. The only album we chose on this episode because, well, for whatever reason, I just didn't chime with as many other albums this month. So it's from Lonnie Holley, who is a 75-year-old American sculptor, artist, art educator, and musician from Alabama. I think I'd heard Lonnie Holley previously. I think played maybe Haunted Dance Hall before. Meant to check that, but I think maybe National Concert Hall kind of vibe. Yeah, it was Haunted Dance Hall. So 75 years old, from Alabama. A lot of this album brings in guests from kind of jazz, hip hop, improv, interesting players. So we've got the likes of the rapper Billy Woods is on this, the harpist Mary Lattimore, rapper Open Mike Eagle, the poet and spoken word and rapper Saul Williams, the musician Jessica Hoop, the pianist and jazz musician Alabaster de Plume, There's loads of people on this, and the whole vibe of this record is almost a hymnal album. It's kind of like an album of storytelling from personal autobiographical details about Lonnie Holley's early life.
You have been listening to a preview of the Niall or Nine podcast. To hear this episode in full, sign up to patreon.com/Niall or Nine.